And here we have Adam Nagaitis. He's a gift, I have to tell you. That's because, Ryan wasn't a character. He wasn't in the script after, I think, probably the fourth draft, something like that. There was no Ryan at all. Wow. And when I thought, that it could be useful, and I told Gonzalo, I think that, he's kind of link man with his company or wherever. And at the beginning, there was just one scene in the third act at the end of the, it was like a guest appearance of this character. But we like it so much, and it was so interesting to see Wilson with someone who really knows who he is, that the character was, kept growing in the next drafts. And I have to say, we've all fell in love with the character. It's like, okay. But when as a writer, when you put a new character in the new draft of the script, it's like he's not, there from the beginning. People is, the audience is going to know that he's a kind of instrument, or that's something that you need. But when I saw Adam in the dailies, it was like, wow. I had the impression I gave him something, a character that was less alive than the thing that he delivers. He's so good. That's the kind of, when you see Adam, I feel like I would like to see Ryan's movie, his own movie. You can tell the story from Ryan's point of view, and it would be an interesting movie as well. And that's something that is it's a gift when you find an actor that, makes something so real and complex out of maybe something more instrumental at the beginning. I love it.
And he provides such a contrast to Wilson as well, but obviously it's clear that they have history, but he's a very different kind of character. And it sort of changes the energy in the room as well. And what I love about this is that they act a bit like old pals.
Yes.
But underneath the surface, we obviously know that there's something dark lurking. And
yes. And in the first draft that Ryan appears, show up, he was in fact his father. He was the character of the brother in arms with Wilson. So he was a guy of his age, something, an older guy with a different background. But I don't know, honestly, I don't know when we decided to make it younger because I think it was because I found the news, a real story about during the Falklands of a helicopter that, fell into the sea and they all died and something like that. So I thought, okay, that would be a great story for Ryan's father. And then, we have this kind of father and son relationship between Wilson and Ryan. And I think it's much better because we already have this kind of father and daughter relationship with Wilson and Gloria. So it's like a good, mirror or contrast between them. I love that.
Yeah, and it also perhaps explains a little more about their relationship in terms of Ryan might not be somebody that Wilson would be, friends with necessarily in real life, but because there's that bond there, because of his friend, your father would have been proud of you, he says. It runs a little bit deeper, but without having to be flesh and blood, which creates all kinds of awkwardness because we want him to have been a loner really all his life,
Yes. He's so good, Adam. He's good at presence. I wrote like 3 alternative endings. We tried because at one point, even Gonzalo and I, we wanted to try different endings. But this one, the original one, and that's the one in the film. And I think it's the right decision.
Can you tell us the other two?
3 was just slightly different, but there is one very different where Gloria is alive at the end. I mean, in fact, Ryan and Wilson are dead, and Gloria, everything is like Gloria and Ryan, they plan to kill Wilson because the German guy brings a suitcase with a lot of money because, there is this drug dealing thing, behind everything. And so she takes the money and run. And it was like, for a moment, it's like, okay, there is a twist, something that I didn't want to make. And it's satisfying in a way because it's like, okay, these all these guys are all dead because they are nasty people. And the only one who's, not that bad, takes the money and run. But I wrote it, but we decided not to make it. And I think it's a good decision.
We're gonna resolve it, but we don't know how. And at this point, you don't hear the gunshot. You don't see.
That's Gonzalo's call. I mean,
right.
I'm not sure that in that case we discuss it, and of course he's the director, and I respect the reasons why he wanted to do it this way. But I want to see Wilson shooting Ryan. It's like, because it's not the way he's shooting the German. That's job. That's something that you have. I mean, his life. But shooting your best friend's son,
mm-hmm.
I would have liked to see it. It was written. When Wilson, points the gun to, he fires, and you see Ryan falling down. That's in the script, and.
Right.
Before shooting, Gonzalo told me, I'm not going to show that. And he didn't convince me. It's not like, but I respect the decision. I think it works in a way. But I really think that you are, it's a very important moment. It's like you are having, I don't know how to tell it. You are like, you are with Wilson from the very beginning. You are watching everything he's doing from his point of view, and just in that very crucial moment in his life, you don't see how he, pulls the trigger. I would have liked to see it. I think it's very painful. Of course we have this, we have Ryan dead, and he's going back to the sea where his father died and everything. But that was in the script, of course. But I would have liked to see Wilson killing Ryan, honestly. Yes. And that's as well the decision of, making the ship and Wilson and Ryan disappear. That's Gonzalo's call. And that's, I think it's nice. And then you see how the real American star, how is this drone shot is the real American star. That's it, underwater.
So you didn't have anything. You didn't have the ship disappear in your script then.
No.
Wow.
That's no. He told me, and I said, okay, let's try. And when I saw it, it was okay. I mean, it's like I like it.